"No one wants to date me, mister," she said quietly, staring into her untouched cup of coffee. Ethan paused mid-sip. The word mister hit him first. It wasn't flirtatious or playful. It was defensive, like she'd already decided how this night would end. He studied her more carefully then. Mid-30s, maybe. Simple blue dress, slightly wrinkled at the sleeves as if she'd changed her mind twice before leaving home. Her hair was pulled back in a loose ponytail that kept slipping over her shoulder. Not careless, just tired. "That's a bold opening line for a blind date," he said gently, setting his mug down. She let out a humorless laugh. "Sorry, I didn't mean to dump that on you. I just figured I should be honest before you waste your time." Ethan leaned back in his chair. He wasn't annoyed. If anything, he felt oddly familiar with that sentence. "Why do you think no one wants to date you?" he asked. She shrugged, eyes still on the table. "Because I'm a lot. I talk too much when I'm nervous. I don't dress trendy. I work a boring job. And once men find out I don't have some exciting past or glamorous future, they lose interest." She finally looked up at him, bracing herself. "So I thought I'd save us both the trouble." Ethan smiled, not the polite kind, but the one that reached his eyes. "You know," he said, "I almost canceled tonight." That surprised her, really. "My sister begged me to come, said I needed to get back out there." He made air quotes. "I told her blind dates are just awkward interviews with bad lighting." That earned him a small smile. She's not wrong. "I'm Ethan, by the way," he added. "And before you talk yourself into an early exit, you should know something." She raised an eyebrow. "What's that?" "I'm a single dad, which usually means I'm the one people don't want to date." Her eyes widened slightly. "Oh." "Yeah," he said, amused. "See, that oh right there, I get that a lot." She laughed this time, soft, real. "I didn't mean it like that." "I know, but the truth is, most dates end the moment they hear I have a kid. Suddenly I'm sweet but not right for them." There was a beat of silence between them, not uncomfortable, just honest. "I'm Lily," she said finally, "and thank you for saying that." "For what?" "For not pretending, or trying to impress me." Ethan shrugged. "I'm too tired for that." She smiled again, a little wider this time. For the first time that evening, Lily took a sip of her coffee. The conversation flowed more easily after that. They talked about small things at first, bad movies they secretly loved, childhood habits they never outgrew, how neither of them understood people who enjoyed running for fun. Lily's laugh came more often now, less guarded. Ethan noticed how she tilted her head when she listened, like she didn't want to miss anything. "So," she said, tracing the rim of her cup, "how old is your kid?" "7," he replied. "Emma, she's smarter than me and knows it." Lily's eyes softened. "What's she like?" "She loves drawing, hates bedtime, and believes pancakes are a food group." "That sounds wonderful." "It is," he said simply. She hesitated. "Her mom." Ethan didn't flinch. "Passed away 4 years ago, cancer." "I'm sorry," Lily said quietly. "Thank you, it was hard, still is sometimes." She nodded, understanding more than she let on. They sat in silence for a moment, the cafe's low hum filling the space between them. "Can I ask you something?" Lily said. "Sure." "Why did you really come tonight?" Ethan considered the question. "Because my daughter asked me why I never go out anymore. She said, 'Daddy, don't you get lonely?'" Lily swallowed. "What did you say?" "I said I wasn't lonely," which was only half true. She looked down, fingers twisting together. "I know that feeling." "Yeah. My friends keep setting me up. They think there's something wrong with me because I've been single so long. But the truth is, I just never felt chosen." Ethan's chest tightened. "Chosen how?" "Like someone looked at me and thought, that's her, that's enough." He didn't answer right away. Instead, he watched her, really watched her. The way she spoke with care, the way she didn't hide her vulnerability behind jokes or bravado. "You know," he said slowly, "people think being chosen means fireworks, big gestures, drama." She looked up at him. "But sometimes," he continued, "it's quieter than that. It's just someone staying, listening, not walking away when things get real." Her eyes shimmered, though she blinked it away quickly. "You're good with words." "Only when I mean them." The waitress came by with the check. Lily reached for her purse, but Ethan stopped her gently. "I've got it." She hesitated. "You don't have to." "I want to." She studied his face, then nodded. "Okay." Outside, the night air was cool, carrying the distant sound of traffic. They stood there awkwardly for a moment, neither quite ready to leave. "I didn't expect tonight to be like this," Lily said. "Me neither." She smiled, then sighed. "This is usually the part where things get weird." Ethan chuckled. "Probably." She took a breath. "I don't want to overthink this, but I also don't want to pretend it didn't matter." "It mattered," he said without hesitation. She met his gaze. "So, what happens now?" Ethan thought of Emma at home, coloring at the kitchen table. He thought of the loneliness he'd grown used to. And then he looked at Lily, really looked. "I'd like to see you again," he said. "No pressure, no expectations, just coffee or a walk, something real." Lily's smile was slow, careful. "I'd like that." Their second date was a walk through the park on a Sunday afternoon. Lily wore sneakers this time, her hair loose around her shoulders. Ethan noticed how relaxed she seemed, how she didn't keep checking the time like she was waiting for an escape. They talked about deeper things now, regrets, fears, the ways life hadn't turned out the way they'd planned. "I always thought I'd be married by 30, Lily admitted. "Kids, house, the whole picture." Ethan nodded. "I thought I'd grow old with my wife." They sat on a bench, watching children chase pigeons across the grass. "Does it scare you?" she asked, starting over. "Every day," he said honestly, "but not as much as staying stuck." She smiled at that. A week later, Ethan told Emma about Lily. "Is she nice?" Emma asked, peering up at him. "She's very nice." "Does she like pancakes?" He laughed. "I don't know yet." "Well," Emma said seriously, "you should find out." It took another month before Lily met Emma. She brought crayons and a storybook, nervous in a way she hadn't been in years. Emma took to her instantly. "You can sit next to me," Emma said, patting the couch. Lily looked at Ethan, unsure. He nodded. As Lily sat down, Ethan felt something shift inside him. Not fireworks, not drama. Peace. Later that evening, after Emma was asleep, Lily stood by the door, pulling on her coat. "She's amazing," Lily said softly. "She really is." Lily hesitated. "Ethan, I meant what I said that night, about not feeling chosen." He stepped closer. "And I meant what I said too." She looked up at him. "What if one day you realize I'm not enough?" He shook his head. "Lily, you already are." Tears slipped down her cheeks, unguarded this time. "No one ever said that to me," she whispered. Ethan reached out, brushing them away gently. "Then let me be the first." She laughed through her tears. "You know, I almost didn't come to that blind date." "So did I." "I'm glad you did," she said. "So am I." Months later, as they sat together at the kitchen table, Emma between them, proudly flipping pancakes, Lily caught Ethan's eye. She remembered the woman she'd been on that first night, the one who believed no one wanted her. And she realized how wrong she'd been. Because sometimes, all it takes is one person who sees you, stays, and chooses you, quietly, completely, and without hesitation.